Listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rougher roads ahead. They like to say that I'm running. I'm not running. I'm trying to find a place that isn't devil, demonic, witch, sorcerer, criminal, murderers. Your society is considered a murderer and has been condemned as such. I'm also doing well. I've set the apple cart everywhere they did that to me. The only question is, when I leave, are the tornadoes going to return? I want to talk to this woman. Is she in her car? Nah, it just God presented one of those opportunities for something. I have my heavenly duties here. I don't know who this woman is, and I don't know if she's part of it or not, because I don't have time to operate her. And but she's a nice woman. I wish I could have met somebody like that. I mean, women can be nice and then evil because they're doing that crazy shit. Right? Like if they weren't Nazis and psycho murderers, they would be okay. So the idea is this, that you're denying people their basic sense of right and wrong, their basic mental faculties. It's like drugging someone. And of course, I've told you that's what they're doing also. So again, if they can't get you to change, they will drug you into change. Now, I said something about Bob. They have drugs that make you feel okay, drop your inhibitions, and make you feel okay about something like taking chances and making you feel bigger than life. I'm in the CIA now, while they're killing you. So I think Bob, LSD was one of them. I suspected it, but I couldn't. Like I did research before on LSD just to figure out where we are with that as far as what it would do. Because I felt for some reason when they were using it around Maryland when John killed himself. So you have bad trips and then they can go suicidal. So what I'm thinking is that that's what they used on Bob, and he just he was open, and when you have an open trait, you're easier to fall victim to persuasion. Most people when they become law enforcement officers have more of a closed trait, and I don't mean sexually or anything like that. I mean more so as they close their life down not to take those chances because they see what chances cause in their life. Now, I think today we probably have a bunch of f heads that just do whatever, whenever, and they think it's funny. So I ended up not using that hitch pin. It's just like it's one of those ones that has a round thing that sits on top and it had a barrel key, which I liked, but it's like a bobblehead. It moves back and forth. It slips over a shaft, and it just I don't think my other one moved like that, but maybe it did. I don't remember it being like that. But as far as I was going to order one online, but it said, no, don't do it. I said, I was going to buy a cheap one here and then order a more expensive one. Not that much. It was on sale yesterday, Cyber Monday from the manufacturer of my trail hitch. So I bought this one from Walmart. It looks nice, looks solid, but the head is like a bobblehead. And they had another one that This really was cheaper, and I probably, if I could have bought it at Walmart, it would have been even cheaper. They didn't have any left at Walmart while I was there, I don't think. I did actually see it at the Walmart I'm going to now, but there was none. Lucky to find one key to operate it, and the packaging was gone. So they were just kind of like laying there. And then last night I went over to something, said, "Go, make sure you get to Home Depot and look." And I went to Home Depot, and they had them. So I bought one this morning. The lock on it, the problem with the other one is it has a barrel key lock, but they're not going to try to pick that lock. They're just going to beat it with a hammer. It's going to fall off. They tried beating mine with a hammer. I doubt mine was that flimsy because it was all jammed up and they couldn't break it off. Now theoretically they had the key to it, so I may have came after they tried beating it off. So one thing could be coincidence. Again, I bring up Satan. So when you're investigating, obviously you don't think of that, but that's some of your confusion is Satan, and they're with Satan. A lot of these people. Again, somebody may have committed a crime and not be with Satan, but be possessed by Satan. But yet the people that possess him the crime are with Satan or possess her to crime. But the vehicles I was saying, they were developing a pattern and it's not my mind. It's either Satan or it's them. Right? They were vehicles that I tried to buy before that they blocked. And they're very heinous people. That woman over here at storage is real nice. I don't think they actually watch anything or, you're on your own kind of. I mean, it's on the cameras. If they stole your stuff, I would hope that it would be on the camera. But something like, oh, they changed my combination. Oh, I think you just forgot your combination. That probably won't be on camera. There's no tangibles. There's nothing I can say. Like if somebody was standing next to me and looked at the combination and I looked at it, that's why they isolate you. Because you could have like 2 or 3 witnesses, if you have friends and a wife and they all witness it. And they know what the combo is. There's a possibility they got into my other lock. I'm not sure. So, the bigger investigation is something I can do. So I just listened to some messages in mine. Totally confused. Call me on the phone all day. So yeah, oh yeah, I wanted to bring up. So the thin blue line, like what are they? The intro I use is gone off of there. I had to re-upload it. But they do that. They go, "You're not the blue line because you said something about us." No, I am the blue line. You're criminals, all of you. Blue line moving on to Kansas City. But one of them just keeps saying, "You're an effer" all day to me. You're an effer. You're an effer, dude. Does anybody know who that is? And which officer it is? I came here to live a quiet life, find a wife, and maybe go to church. That's it. I would have a broadcast. My broadcast went back to the other stuff. Oh, look. Yeah, for EV1. Electric vehicle 1. That Lexus isn't electric, is it? Try to look for the gas cap. The license plate. So yeah, that's I know as people that are traumatized by all the cases that they have uh, solved over the years or haven't solved over the years, probably worse than ones you've solved. Uh, you can't give up the fact that there's right and wrong, that there's law and order, and there's an appropriate process and a fabricated process or a false process or an illegal process. Um, because you can't let it fall apart where they're doing what I say they're doing. I know that's what they're doing is they've tried to use it on me. Is it missing exploited children? I am almost. I'm not even going to say almost. I am positive they've been infiltrated. To what degree, I can't tell you. Well, essentially, I speak to officers, and they tell me what's up inside. So again, they come along and they make us famous. There's nobody. If missing exploited says it's kind of like what Kanye is actually speaking about. They're like the rich Jews that he speaks about. If they'll come along, they'll make you famous. First, they select you, a little bit of sex, maybe. Everything's falling. Oh, wait, I went in the wrong way. Okay, no, so I'm trying to get over to Walmart, return something. Turn that bobble-headed thing. Howdy. And black people, this is what black people are complaining about, what I'm complaining about. Well, not complaining about what I'm explaining. They just don't, they're not going to speak about it. Right. So again, I am doing civil rights work for minorities and people of color, mostly black people. The Latinos, they came up with a lot of money via heroin and fentanyl, and they're in with the cops and everybody now. So they don't get as discriminated against. So yeah, I'm doing this work for a lot of reasons. Mainly because it's put in front of me. One put in front of me, it would be hard for me to see it, but I could see it. Some of it, but not have found out everything I did. It would have just seemed like the unfair world to me. That's probably what it would have looked like. Like, oh, bad luck, I can't. Oh, when you develop patterns, I mean, come on. So again, they come in, they make you famous, and all of a sudden they start wanting, things like sex, but not necessarily sex. Well, that guy right there, we heard. But yet they said if they don't want you to be a sex crime investigator and you're there, they'll do to that person what they did to me. Now, the Marshal Service is into sex crime to a certain degree. And I think it's a good idea. Right? It's easier probably to stay on the right side of sex crime law if you actually are part of a task force that investigates it. However, I was told some of the marshals are using it for the criminal enterprise. A little bit of money here, take that person out over there. A little bit of money, nobody sees anything. I can't tell you who, where, when. Just somebody says a little birdie from the Marshal Service. Oh, funeral. Look, death sucks, but you're not going to convince me to stop cursing you because God's telling me to do it. I can't get them to understand what's actually going on. They don't want to believe it. They want to go believe what their little preacher, the Catholic Church told them is golden. Now they're bringing up all these like sadness of death around me now. I'm sorry. I tried to heal the world for you, and I did probably pretty much. No, this woman is just like, it's like so sad because ever since I got really injured, I met like a couple women that were like, just really good women. I'm just like, there's no way me and that woman, at the right time in life wouldn't have had the best life together. Couldn't find a single one all those years. But it's occurs. I mean, their metaphysic is up high. All sorts of shit's happening. It's like nuts. It's evil in metaphysics, should I say? All right, let me get to this thing so I can turn this thing back in. But that's it too. It's metaphysic, it's psychological operation, and I'm almost positive that they're drugging them. So if they give you a light dose of LSD, you may not recognize it. You may feel a little different, like but it can drop you be open to the suggestion, and when the suggestion is backed by torture. So again, what's happening is they're subconsciously wiring people to be pedophiles and to rape women and do violent things. That's really what they're doing. Thank you. It just becomes, they can trigger it eventually. It has nothing to do with the person. I'm telling you that right now. Even if you came into like, okay, you get that call because this is what this is what the cops were like. We get calls from them, but we never know, never knew that they might be actually, have a long history of doing something to the person. Like they call us, oh, they're calling us, and this is a sure thing, probably because it always is when they call us. But we didn't know they were like floating around our community doing crazy stuff to people. Again, I can't tell you how many of these people are like that. I mean, it's very psychotic. Well, what they're doing is they're harnessing the anger and the shock and the rage against stuff like pedophilia, but they're actually causing it. Now, I was in Naples, and I was shocked because Naples, when I moved there, act like it was like they all do that, holier than thou. Who are you? We're holier than thou. But I was shocked that they actually had trans in Naples, Florida, the big Naples, Florida, Bongino. Rah, rah, rah. What's the other guy? What's the Florida Congressman Senator? What's his name? DeSantis. And what's the other guy? The senator. He was hiding there. Senator Shaved Head. That was one of the first places to have trans clubs outside of like San Francisco, Miami. So again, they're telling you a crock of shit. Their form of Christianity isn't real at all. Now, am I against trans people? No, but they're coming along to you like they're the conservative Christian evangelical against gay and trans like you are. They're not, but yet they will use that. The favorite tool of the Republican Party is to cause somebody to be gay, hey gay, to be gay, gay. And then like say, oh, they can't be part of the party. Yet, look at Trump. I'm sure he was gay somewhere along the way. He wanted Elon. What did he say? Elon on his knees or something? Oh, wait a minute. Am I online still? My screen went out. My stay away went out. Darn it. I'm not sure if you were hearing me. I have to say it all again if I didn't. All right, I got to end the stream here. Stay peaceful, praise God, and all